Hello friends, this is Promi, and welcome back to the Kerbal Commonwealth Space Agency. We are returning to Kerxie and Madya, exploring Minmus, and picking up right where we left off. So I've taken some time to think about it, and I think I'm going to try to make it to this little ice flat here. I think that should be a different biome, and it's only a single hop instead of the 3 we've taken to go so far, and the flyers are quite a bit lighter now since they have less fuel on them. But if it starts to look bad, we can turn back, and we of course always have our EVA packs if we need them. So let's give it a try. So I think that's directly in the 270 heading. Let's just take off with Madya here. Up we go, and we should be going this direction. Let's make sure we have the right control. Okay, here we go. This hop should be big enough that we should be able to see on the map screen our trajectory. There, we can start to see our trajectory appearing. We're going to keep this shallow. I think that will use the least amount of fuel. We need to go a little bit more northward. Tweak it as required. Okay, I think that heading looks pretty good. Should we go just over the landing site, and just like that. Let's try to move it a little bit. There we go. Now we're just going to coast over there. And I think our fuel situation looks pretty good. Yeah, I think the fact that it's just one hop, as opposed to the 3 we took to go a lesser distance, means we use significantly less fuel. Okay, better burn time is telling us our estimated burn and impact times. Okay, I'm gonna try to kill our horizontal velocity now. I'm gonna try to come down in this little ice crater, or I guess it's not ice as we have discovered, but some sort of salt flat or rock flat. Okay, this is looking good. We're coming straight down now. Okay, time for final burn. Went a little bit too far. And there we go. Easy peasy. Oh, it's quite a big boulder we got there. Alright, Madya's happy to be back on the ground, so let's go fetch Kerxie. Alright, Kerxie, Madya made it, so you can too. Just make sure we control from the right part. And up we go. Point at the 270. So we have that little marker where Madya is. We'll just aim towards that. We don't, unfortunately, we don't have our nice sun flares anymore because 1.13 or 1.1.3 broke that. It looks like we don't even have the stock flare. I'm not sure if removing scatter or turning off sun flares would fix that. Be nice to have something. Sun doesn't look very good right now. Okay, trajectory looks good now. Just gonna coast the rest of the way. Okay, let's start to kill our horizontal velocity. Just aiming a bit to the right so that we land a little closer to Madya. Looks pretty good now. She might have overdone it a bit. So I'm just going to let it carry us forward a little more. Okay, we look pretty good now. And we bounced. Kill the engine and we'll be fine. Okay. Here we go. So, time to do some experiments with Kerxie stuff here. See the magnetometer readings. Minmus's flats. And same as before. Let's do the mystery goo. And temperature. And I guess the pressure's on the other one. Let's get Kerxie out of her seat. It's too bad you can't do a crew report from an EVA seat. It has to be from a cabin. Well, we can do our EVA report anyway. And take a surface sample. More crystal-like grains. Minmus seems fairly homogeneous as far as composition goes. Okay, so we need to collect data and restore the canister. Okay, we can stash everything back in our scientist pack. Looks like we're a little farther than Madya than we could have been. But we're just gonna waddle on over there. See, maybe Madya will be faster. Let's do her experiments. So, seismic data. More shifting detected. Pressure. Faint gases. And surface ablation laser. And we've got these small areas of flat crystalline material are composed of material completely different than that of the surrounding terrain. Well, I guess we spoke too soon about the surface of Minmus being of homogeneous composition. But I guess it's all crystalline. And it actually looked like we didn't get any science for that because I guess the Min hopper did it already. Okay, Madya's just going to collect the data and stash it in her pack. Where's Kerxie? There's Kerxie. Looks like Madya's a little faster on her feet than Kerxie is. But they're both weighed down with quite a bit of equipment, so I do want to save our EVA fuel for in case we need to abandon the flyers in mid-flight. That is certainly going to be a possibility on the way back. Madya and Kerxie will be prepared for that. They just need to pull the data out of their packs and then they can abandon the flyers to crash back into the surface. Alright, we've made it over to Kerxie and she looks happy to see us. Just going to set up our surface experiments package now. Okay, we're all set up. The retroreflector is facing towards Kerbin. Now we just need to get Kerxie to run the experiments. So, central station test. Everything is working fine. Let's do the interior heat probe. And yep, same as before. And solar wind. And one more retroreflector reading. Okay. So I think we're just going to leave the surface experiment package here to continue to monitor the conditions on Minmus, and that'll cut down on our wait returning to the Turquoise Sky. So we're just going to prepare to head back. I think Kerxie can leave a few of her extras behind, like the power connectors. We'll keep the electric screwdriver just in case we need to fix anything on the Turquoise Sky, but we don't need our specialized screwdriver or these transfer conduits anymore. And of course, those things react violently with the surface when we leave them there. But that's fine, we don't need them. Okay, where is your flyer, Madya? There it is. Okay. Back to the flyer to return to the Turquoise Sky. Okay, board. Now we're going to head back to the Turquoise Sky, which is where? Oh, there it is. Okay. So up and back. Let's make sure we're controlling from the probe core. So rotate. Okay, just have to crest these hills. Oh yeah, much lighter now. No trouble at all. A little more. And pretty close. I wanted to do some more dynamic shots of the flyers going through the sky, but unfortunately, Camera Tools is kind of broken right now. I think it's an interaction with Scatterer, but when you set the camera, it ends up not pointing where you wanted it to. It's okay when you're in base, because you can kind of move it around, but when you're flying, or especially on a suborbital trajectory like this, you don't really have the time to fiddle with it. It looks like it's getting a little dark at the landing site. Hopefully the sun will stay over the horizon long enough for Madya and Kerxie to both return. We need to kill our horizontal velocity now. I'm somewhat wary about our fuel load though. So Madya, be prepared to abandon the flyer if you have to. But we might be okay. I'd try to get a little closer, but I want to save our fuel for actually landing. Better burn time is not telling me anything. Okay, let's burn. Looks like our fuel's okay. I'm not sure why the mod is not telling me anything about our descent. Okay, and we're fine. We're about 3/4 of a kilometer away from the Turquoise Sky, but that's okay. So Madya, you just stay there and we will fetch Kerxie now. Okay, Kerxie is ready to return. So let's figure out where our ship is. There it is. Okay. Up we go. I think this flyer might be heavier than the other one. I'm a little bit more concerned about it. Okay, we're gonna clear the hill. Yep. Let's see if we can tweak our trajectory a little bit. Pretty concerned about our fuel. Let's time what forward a little more. Okay, now better burn time is giving us an estimate. Okay, let's start trying to kill our horizontal velocity. Okay, coming down now. And we are out. Okay, well, we killed most of our velocity, so Kerxie, keep calm, leave your seat, take the data from the pack, start up your EVA, and you can head towards the Turquoise Sky. Let's just see what happens with the flyer here. Yep, it exploded. Looked like the probe core and the pack survived though. So let's go back to Kerxie. See, Kerxie, no trouble at all. Okay, there's nothing else to do on the surface, so we're just gonna board right into our capsule. Oh, careful. Okay, grab onto the ladder. There we go. And cycle through the airlock. And let's return to, okay, there's our mystery goo container. So it looks like the top part of our flyer did survive. It's probably still a good thing that Kerxie abandoned it, because the shock of hitting the surface probably would have been not so good for her health. Okay, Madya, you're gonna leave the seat and make sure you have all the data. Think you got everything? Yep. Then we're gonna EVA pack the rest of the way. Don't want to have to bring back more EVA fuel than we need to. Still have just a little bit of sunlight left here. Okay, Madya has grabbed onto the side and she will come back through the airlock again. And Kerxie, Madya, and Valentina are all reunited. See the debris field from Flyer 2 off in the distance. And Flyer 1 is intact there. Might be able to continue to get some readings from it, because it does have solar panels. Let's retract our ladder. And let us consider our return journey. So we'll want to burn at 270, I think. So are we ready to leave? I think we have all our data. Valentina's been taking care of the ship and everything is fine. So are we ready to leave? I think we are. We have all our data and Valentina's been taking care of the ship. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, and lift off from the surface. Let's bring our gear in. Make sure SAS is on. And Valentina again is happy, and Kerxie and Madya are somewhat concerned. Come on, Kerxie, you abandoned a ship mid-flight. You should be fine with just taking off from a world. Once our apparatus gets to about 10, we'll coast up there. Okay. Not actually sure if we should have gone 270 or 90. Probably doesn't make the biggest amount of difference, but... Alright, let's set up a maneuver node to circularize this. And we can correct our inclination a bit at the same time. How's our electric charge? Oh, it's fine. Oh yeah, the sun's right in front of us. The boring sun with no fancy sun flares. Kind of disappointing for this final mission in the phase 1 of our space program, to not have nice sun flares. Let's line up with our maneuver node, and we will wait until we get to apoapsis. And I completely forgot that we were supposed to be doing this from IVA, so I'm back in Valentina's seat here. And there's Kerxie. And there's Minmus. Coming up on our maneuver node, you can see on our map view. Nothing interesting out of the camera right now. What if we switch to another camera? Oh, we can see Kerbin. That's nice. Okay, how close are we to our node? Still got another minute, so I'm just going to wait until we get there. Okay, here we are at our maneuver, so I'm just going to burn. And there we go. Let's see how we did. We can get rid of that now. Yeah, that's pretty close. Now we need to plot our return to Kerbin. So we want to get it about 30. Oh, the Mune. Why are you doing this to me, Mune? No. Okay, how much can we tweak this? Let's see here. Okay, this should be fine, I think, because we won't get the Muner encounter until after we hit the atmosphere. And periapsis looks fine. There we go. Okay. You can see Minmus in our camera now. How long do we have until our maneuver node? Burn of 30 seconds, and it's in 6 minutes. So there's our node. Okay, I'm just going to time warp forward now. Okay, it looks like we have our helmets off again, since the launch procedure is over. And so long, Minmus. It was nice to know you. Cameras aren't very interesting, but okay, let's time warp forward. Okay, let's go. Looks like we overcooked it a little bit. Let's see how it did. No, our periapsis is okay. Kerbin apoapsis? Kerbin, or no, I think the periapsis is within the planet, so let's fix this. Just give it a bit. Kind of fluctuating all over the place, but I think it's fine. We'll fix it when we get a little closer if we have to. I think our fuel is... yeah, we're still in good shape. Okay, let's orient the ship so we can watch Minmus as it fades into the distance. Okay, as you can see, we are approaching Kerbin. Now I just need to plan our landing, or splashdown. It's actually pretty hard to tell where we're going to end up, because it's on the night side, and city lights don't seem to be showing up again. I seem to have trouble with them. But one thing is for certain is that we do need to lower our periapsis because it has crept up a bit somehow. So I'm just going to set up a node and then burn anti-radial, I think. Okay. So it's a very small burn. Just going to warp forward to the node. Just in 5 minutes. Okay, just about there. Just give it a light touch on the throttle. That should be enough. Yep. Yeah, see, it's still saying that we're going to enter back into orbit, but I feel like that's not the case, so I think something is not right. We're just going to go with our gut instincts here. Well, I guess we can point retrograde to dump the rest of our fuel in just slowing us down. But I don't want to decrease our apoapsis any. So I wonder if I can fiddle with this to get a node that uses a bunch of fuel without changing our, or not apoapsis, periapsis. Okay, so a combination of, so is I burning prograde? I don't think that's right, hold on. Something like that. Okay, let's dump our fuel. Hello, Kerbin. Good to see you again. Let's continue to dump fuel. So if we go this way, it will go up, and the other way it will go down. Okay, I think I've got a handle on this. So a little more this way, a little in the middle. Fuel's getting low. And we are out. Alright, good job, Valentina. Periapsis is still in a good shape. Now everything seems to be in the same stage right now. So I want to turn sideways. Because this way I don't think there's any risk of our service module impacting on us, and we seem to have a world first milestone. We have escaped the gravitational influence of Minmus. Alright, that's nice. Oopsie. Attitude, there we go. Okay, let's get Part Commander out. And let's see, we want the Rockomax decoupler, yes. Okay, here we go. We're going to decouple our service stage. There we go. So now we have no signal on our cameras because they were all attached to that. So we can close Part Commander now. Let's change this to something more useful. Get another map here, I guess. Okay, what's our altitude right now? Okay, we're still fine for a little while. Let's turn the ship around. Oh, it's quite nimble now. See if we can see our service module. Oh, there it goes. Goodbye, service module. You served us well. Okay, it will burn up in the atmosphere. Kerxie is happy about that. Guess she likes to see things explode as long as they're not attached to her. So, let's see, where's our splashdown? It's hard to tell. Do we have a maneuver? Is our maneuver node still? Okay, let's get rid of that. According to this, we're going to splash down there after a full orbit. I still don't trust that trajectories. I think it is incorrect. I just would rather land on ocean. We have recovery teams all over Kerbin ready to come and recover the capsule as soon as we get a fix on what part of the planet it comes down on. Okay, well, we're just gonna get ourselves pointed retrograde in preparation for re-entry. Can still see our service module at the window. Wonder if we turn around if we'll be able to see Kerbin. No. Actually, I do want to have it oriented this way because that way we'll be able to see the ground out these windows once it comes up. Alright, I guess we're going to time warp forward until we hit Atmo. Okay, we've hit the atmosphere. You can see Kerbin now up there. Looks like we're passing over the Kraken's Eye crater, or just to the south of it. Can we still see our service stage? Yeah, just barely. Oh, there it goes. Yep, and it's starting to break up. How's our electric charge doing? Oh, it's hard to charge. 100%. Okay, we're getting sunlight on the... I'm just going to turn off SAS and let the capsule orient itself. Starting to get re-entry effects. Let's watch that service stage as it breaks up. Okay, it's gone out of view now. Kerxie seems less concerned than I would have expected. Looks like we can't actually see all of Kerbin. Is there some way to zoom out? Oh, okay, I see. What's our altitude? Okay, we're at periapsis, or what was our periapsis now. Apoapsis is coming down. Okay, I think I zoomed this in the wrong direction. 200, 500. Okay, that should show us all of Kerbin. We're rolling a little bit. Oops, nope, don't. There we go. Okay. What? Yeah, it looks like we will be landing on land. So everyone get their mouth guards ready. Don't want to break any of your teeth on a hard landing. Okay, looking good. Re-entry effects are calming down. Once our velocity is sub 300 meters per second, we can deploy the parachute. Looks like we're rolling a little bit again. Come on, let's roll. Okay. Wait, did I retract our antenna? I didn't, but it seems to have survived. That is impressive. We'll have to commend whoever designed that thing. Okay. Okay, I think our staging was still screwed up, and we ejected the heat shield at the same time as deploying our parachute, so I think the heat shield ejected and then collided with the capsule. But everything seems to be okay. Okay, this is just telling us that our service stage was destroyed. I wanted to bring out Park Commander so I can retract that Commutatron. And there it goes. Okay. What is our altitude? Still 5 kilometers up. We're over... What is this? Do we have a biome reading anywhere? What's going on here? Kerbin's grasslands. Okay, well that's a good place to land. And it looks like our parachutes are out. They look like they are intact. Too bad we didn't put any cameras on the capsule itself. Okay, the recovery teams will have a fix on our location now. We're coming straight down, so they are on their way. Oh, and we landed. I was looking at the regular altitude and not the radar altitude. Nice flat grasslands. Just gonna get Valentina out to take a look. Feels so heavy to be back on Kerbin. We're in a nice, pleasant grassland. Okay, let's just get back in our capsule while we wait for the recovery teams. Alright, our capsule has been recovered. We got just about 1400 science, which is more than we have ever received in a single mission before. And we were almost 900 kilometers away from KSC, so we got 57% of the value of our capsule back. And Valentina advanced to level 2, and Kerxie and Madya advanced to level 1. Sure, they are all happy to be back on Kerbin. And with that, all the goals set out by the administration for Phase 1 of our space program have been completed. So in the next episode, we are going to be drawing up the plans for Phase 2. For now, let's check in with Werner and see what the situation with the Monoliths is. The monolith near the Space Center seems to have mysteriously grown. Its proportions remain the same, but it is scaled up compared to before. It appears as though it has incorporated matter from the ground and also from our research scaffold into itself. So Space Center personnel are being advised to stay away from the monolith. We are going to continue to observe it from afar. The Muner monolith also seems to have enlarged. We have been continuously monitoring it with our surface experiments package set up nearby. The flag of the Kerbal Commonwealth seems to have unfortunately fallen over, but we were lucky to have all our equipment remain intact. The monolith appears to only have incorporated Muner material into itself. It is now transmitting more strongly. Werner has analyzed the strength of the transmissions, and it appears that its power is sufficient for interplanetary communication, but Werner doesn't think it would be strong enough for interstellar. So wherever it's transmitting to, it is somewhere within the Kerbal system. So I guess it's time to start sending probes to other planets. These will be outlined in our plans for Phase 2, and we'll talk about that in the next episode. So until then, this has been Promi. Thanks for watching.